Clash of Clans, Episode 7.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.
A little bit closer now. A little bit closer now. Hey. Clash of Clans for the fans of the stands with no plans. It's me, Biggity Boneyard, and my pal Scotty the Hottie, sitting here at the live in the sound studio at WBSMT Radio. That's Scotty's Basement. Coming to you live, clashofclans.podcast.com. Scotty, what do you got to say?
Ah, shucks, Boneyard. That was a great intro.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It always makes me feel good.
Scotty the Hottie. Well, we're here talking all these Clash of Clans with you today. ClashofClansPodcast.com. What do we got on the list today, Scotty? Episode 7.
Oh, we've got a lot
there.
to talk about. Shout-outs going around. There's this whole big update thing. Plus, we're only, last week's episode was all about the guys from the Wiki and talking with them. So we've got 2 weeks of being with the new update to talk about.
Talk about our own progress, yes.
Yeah, our own progress, where we're at and all
Minion Swarm. Kicks ass.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
I spent most of that time upgrading my Dark Barracks, but then yesterday, come to find out, they released another Dark Barracks.
Yeah, and some new walls, knocking those around.
25 new walls.
Yeah, when I turned my thing on, I saw the shop, and there was 26 new things. What? Let me hit that thing. I want to get in there.
Yeah. And I turned it on, and I said, 26? What the hell is this about? And so I went in, and I thought, okay, oh my God, something happened. Because you know how the clan chat has been all wonky?
Yeah.
Doing like 1 day, 16 hours, if you just did it. And so I thought, oh my God, this might be a glitch. So the first thing I did was went in there and just threw in 25 walls as fast as I could. Because I'm like, I don't think they'll take them away if it really is a glitch. So
I may not get to buy them later, but I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I did the same thing.
Maybe I should just do the Dark Barrack elixir, or the Dark Barracks, but I didn't, because I didn't have enough elixir, but
I did. I had enough for that. I was saving enough to do some upgrades and some research. My research lab has been ready to go for, a couple of days now. But I said, well, boom, bought that crap, got it set up, used $1 million, got all my walls up to gold status.
Well, and I was a little taken aback because, I finally upgraded to level 9, and we've got a question here, and we're going to kind of debate the finer points of doing your town hall, increasing your town hall, doing your town hall. That's what you said. So, we'll talk about that, but, I had just got those 25 new walls, and then in trying to figure out where I'm going to put them, and, I was still, I've got to do a major rearrange.
Me too, man. I really need to do some serious rearranging.
And then with the new town hall,
you got even more walls.
With the new thing yesterday, I got even more walls, and I thought, oh, what the hell? Where the hell am I going to put those? So that's a work in progress, and I would be embarrassed for people to look at my camp right now because I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot of stuff to do. Let me put it that way. But at least it is much easier to move those damn walls now.
Yeah, right. When you got to move 250 of them, or something like that.
That's a lot. All right, Boneyard, before we get started today, I do have to do a special announcement. I'm coming out with a new CD.
Oh.
It's called Scotty 827 and the Cock Rockers.
Oh.
And before you get ahead of yourself, it's the COC Rockers, not COCK Rockers. And so today I'm going to play 2 of our cover songs for you. We're a cover band.
Me
and my Cock Rockers.
Ah, okay. The Cock Rockers, yeah, right.
So I'm going to play the first one for
guys.
you. And the second one was one I drummed up especially for you. So
oh, boy.
Here's the first one. So me and my band record a little bit of everything, me and the Cock Rockers. So this one's a little old school. We could do new school, old school, all the schools.
You could do nude school?
All of them.
All right.
So take a listen, see what you think. Raid me, my friend. Raid me and face my clan. I'm in Minnesota. We play it live, man. Okay, so, we do these things live.
You just recorded that right out of the soundboard?
Right out of the sound. Well, me and my band, we were playing.
Yeah, you got who's running the sound there? You got to have it set up.
Well, my bass guitarist and everybody like that. So, it's professionally
The bass
done.
guitarist is running the sound while he's playing bass?
He's really good. So,
does he have the sound equipment on the stage, or does he play bass in the sound booth?
he's really good, like I said.
All right.
All right. So, we're working on the CD.
Cock Rockers.
The Cock Rockers.
What's the name of the CD?
The Cock Rockers.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, self-titled,
Yeah, self-titled. First album, yeah.
Okay. And so I was talking to them last week, and I thought,
Yeah?
I was talking to them last week.
The Cock Rockers.
Yeah, I was talking to the Cock Rockers last week, and I thought, what could we whip up for Boneyard? What would he really appreciate? And so we decided to go old school on this, okay? Because I knew how much you were looking forward to the new update and the new troops.
I don't know how old you are, but when I say old school, like you did for that last song,
No.
that was in the 90s.
Yeah. This one's
Old school. I'm thinking, it was on the radio when I was a little kid,
Yeah. Well,
which is
and
84.
if you know what a radio is, then it's old school. So here is the song that we created for Boneyard.
Oh, man.
Me and the Cock Rockers.
All right. Just play it. All right. The lead-in is ruining it. Go for it. What you got?
Jared, I hope we can play this for you at the first concert.
All right. I like it already. Reminds me of the summer.
Mr. T is the hard rider.
Oh my God.
Rider jumps a little higher.
Oh man. You gotta work on your bass voice. Hawk Rider. He's a little tighter.
So we created that one for
Yeah,
you. You don't want to. You probably we're saving the rest of the song for the concert, but. So me and the Cock Rockers are gonna.
I thought you were gonna make a Boneyard song after telling me you're dedicating it to me.
But here's what I'll put out there. If anybody
I
wants
do
to
like
send,
Mr. T.
if anybody wants to send in their 30-second
Oh man.
30-second song,
Yeah.
Clash of Clans fan favorite,
Send it in and I'll laugh at it.
and we'll put it on the air.
Well, we're gonna listen to it on the air.
Yeah,
And if it's good, I'll laugh, and if not, I'll probably laugh anyway.
yeah. So
But I'll be laughing.
this
in
is a
derision.
challenge to everybody listening out
This is a
there.
challenge. You crazy, man? Nobody's gonna send anything in like that. I get. All right.
Yeah.
This is a challenge. I say no.
And I totally devolved to the nerdiest limit
Let's
to
bet
bring
$1.
this to you.
How about this?
No.
50 cent. No. How about this? A quarter per song. I say that you owe me $1 right now. If 4 songs come in, you don't owe me anything. Any more than that, I pay you.
So you better be asking the listeners to pay up.
No, I'm asking listeners to not do anything because I don't think they're gonna.
Oh, so you get to pay me if they send in songs.
Yeah, a quarter.
All right, everybody. Let's please send in your songs.
Yeah, please send them in.
Scotty needs a little
I'm giving
money.
myself a buffer of $1 at a quarter a song. So 8 songs is I owe you $1. 4 songs is we're even, and we'll play them all.
So find the best songs you can put in to Clash of Clans. It has to be Clash of Clan theme songs and send them in. Think of this as an addition to Scotty 827 and the Cock Rockers.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to send it in, and then I'll get my $1 back that I lost about the whole Paul Hogan and not being on the money in Australia.
All right.
Not being on the Joeys in Australia.
All right, it's a deal. So what have you been doing since 2 weeks ago? Because we briefly touched on it in episode 6. Awesome episode. I'm still in awe of the guys at the Wiki, and I can't wait to hear more from them.
Edited all that 3 hours or whatever the crap we had into that thing. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I only wish everybody at listening to this could hear all the other great stuff that was there.
It's not really appropriate and or doesn't really.
Well, it's not inappropriate. It's more nerds giggling.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Especially me and Boneyard. So what have you been doing since the last?
Well, differently, I incorporated my dark barracks into my scheme of, the
rhythm of training.
Well, not so much. Well, that too, but just physically, that building, I stuck it in there to fill a hole.
That's what she said.
Tightened it in there, tightened it up a little. She said that too.
Yeah.
And then I've been making minions constantly as part of my. I actually have 2 of my other barracks are upgrading right. Oh, wait a minute.
All right. So let me ask you this then. So you've been using the minions. How's that affected your dark elixir supply?
It keeps going up.
It keeps going up.
Yeah,
regardless
they're
of the
cheap
minion?
enough, and I make enough, and even with just a level 3 drill, one level 3 drill, I make enough between battles and that it's still going up. I'm up to 8,000, and as soon as I get to 10, I'm upgrading I'm up to 8,000. As soon as I get to 10, I'm going to upgrade the minions.
Okay, so you're going to do the minions.
Well, even if I get close enough, I've got 600 gems.
Did you unlock level 2 barracks? Dark barracks?
No.
So you don't have the Hog Rider yet?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you've got the Hog Rider.
I got the Hog Rider. I used them. I made like 5 or 6 of them and sent them in, and they just split up.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that sucks. I wanted them to go in and be pinpoint, precision, and have them hog bite and everything, Mr. T, and that, pitying some fools.
Right.
And they didn't. They just were all like 3 of them were inside the wall. 3 of them ran away over to the other side, like where they went in the wall, defeated something, and then jumped out.
Oh, weird.
And I'm like, well, what's going on here?
So I have been experimenting with the dark barracks a little bit, but I went to 2nd level, so most of the time, about a week of it was all just in upgrades. And then I was really excited to get the Hog Rider, and like you, I found that the Hog Rider is unpredictable, but also I realized that it's hard to learn the new AI for the troops, the new, like, what are their directives?
That's true.
Where do they go?
If I made a swarm of Hog Riders, I could figure out how they worked. And
Yeah.
if I just use even if I might not win anything, but I could drop them and see where they go, drop them around in different areas, different point, at a wall or at a corner.
They're cool looking. I like watching them after they leave the barrack and walk to the army camp. And
What do they do when you tap on the barracks? Oh, they raise their hammer up.
Oh,
right?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. I was looking at that because everybody does something.
So they're pretty cool. And if you look in the dark barracks, there's still spaces. So shit's coming.
Yeah.
So
there's new stuff.
Yeah. So have you been attacked by Hog Riders yet?
No, and I haven't really. Let me check my thing real quick. I don't think I've even been attacked by minions.
I've been attacked by minions. They haven't been wildly successful, but it's still early. And it's like when we started the podcast, it was right after the update.
Yeah.
In which Dark Elixir pumps. Barb King.
Yeah, the Barb King and the Elixir pumps, that whole thing.
So with all these new troops, or and everything, and after the last update, we got the Dark Elixir pumps, and then the Barb King and the Barb Queen, and so we didn't really know what they were going to do, and it takes a while in the process to upgrade to see the strength that they're going to have, and now that Supercell released that second barrack, they must have done it for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Minion Swarm.
People are going to be using more of that. So it'll be interesting to see how strong they get as they go up.
And they spread out. They work really good. Have you tried it? Have you tried a bunch of them?
No, see, I'm really not big on attacking with air defenses.
Well, balloons are stupid.
Or air offense, I should
Balloons
say.
are stupid because they take so freaking long. I mean, they move so slowly.
Right, and I finally unlocked the
huge
dragon.
targets.
I finally unlocked the dragon.
The dragon is...
But I'm not even going to release the dragon because I'm training my level 2 right now.
Yeah.
And I'm way behind the curve on that.
Yeah, I still only have level 1 dragons.
Yeah, they're expensive.
They are, and I guess now that, and they do work good. I've had some in my clan castles and have dropped them on people and watched them just waste, just ruin the guys.
Yeah. But I've also smashed a couple attacks by like 5 level 2 or 3 dragons just because I've even though I hate it, even though I despise it, I keep upgrading my air defenses. And it's one of the most boring upgrades.
Because
it's a boring upgrade. It's not a painful upgrade.
There's another firework in that tub of fireworks.
Yeah,
It doesn't even look that cool.
Yeah, and at first, you're at, level wherever you're at in trophies and whatnot, you're not getting attacked by many dragons and shit like that, so it doesn't seem worth it. But my air defenses did take out a
whole bunch of dragons.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't like a huge embarrassing failure where they come through and just wipe everything out.
They're slow, and they are single target, so they're not great against the minions. The dragons are big and powerful, so you got to hit them a few times and they're dead. But the minions, it's only going to take out one out of your swarm.
But you know what I do with the minions now? Is I have those red balloons. I'm not buying the black balloons because it's just too much dark elixir with the black balloons. 600 dark elixir
don't
take
bother.
out. It's not worth it for me.
So you're using the minions to take out red balloons?
No, I'm using the red balloons to take out the minions.
Oh.
So I put those right in the center of my camp because if they get there to that point, that it just goes up, takes
That's
out
true.
2 or 3.
You're still trying to keep your trophies up, and you still have your town hall in the middle.
No, I have my town hall outside because if I'm going to get attacked, and my defenses have been pretty good lately, I have been doing really well, but I'll lose because of the town hall being outside. Otherwise, I'd be attacked over and over and over and over again.
Like I said, it's a shield inducer.
Yeah, it's a shield inducer, and you only lose like 1,000 from each.
Yeah, right.
It's and you can
piss
make
on it. Yeah,
and you can make up that difference in trophies in one battle. You know, so it's really not
because people come in and try to fight you and lose.
Yeah. So what have you done since the last? What have you upgraded? What have you?
Well, I have the 5th builder, but I have 2 sleepy builders right now. I've got 3 builders going. One's doing a cannon, one's doing a regular barracks, getting that up to dragon status, and the other one's doing the dark barrack, the new one.
So how do you feel about the upgrade on the dragon barrack status? Well, I suppose you've been using your dark elixir barracks to probably compensate for that.
Well, yeah. I've got an extra barrack, out now, so that one barrack I'm not using, I don't care.
Okay.
And since I'm loving these minions, I'm kind of back to barb archer minion swarms.
Really?
Three swarm. Right now I'm full. 49 barbs, 105 archers, 23 minions. Usually there's a little bit more minions. I think I ran out. The queue ran out.
Well, and see, since we last talked, I did unlock the dragon out of the barracks. The most painful 4 days of my life. My troop donations were down, all of that, last week. Just because, it's like it took so much longer.
Oh, yeah, it takes forever. And it's hard to sit with the thing on and make all your guys.
Yeah, and then
when it takes that much, 20, when I was making 20-minute armies, I could leave it on, watch TV. When all of a sudden you're making 45-minute armies, you're like,
oh,
what am I going to
do
for not just 45 minutes, but for the 6 hours that I need to play?
Yeah, and if we wouldn't have
get 100,
if we wouldn't have got together on Friday, I would have spent 115 gems just to finish it off, so I could go to war because it was seriously painful, and I think about things coming up, and I go, I going to the P.E.K.K.A. I'm not sure if I can do it, so. But I will eventually, and hopefully it's worth it. But there's all these new troops coming out with the dark barracks, and
I got the one barrack up to P.E.K.K.A. status, and I was making I'd have either a P.E.K.K.A. or a dragon going all the time, so that when I came back, I would have one to use in the battle, and then immediately we have one available for the next battle.
Yeah, but I think it's more like it's nicer to donate those.
Yeah,
make them when you're not like doing stuff,
Definitely.
or you're like
set it up.
You're on your shield, and you can do that.
The P.E.K.K.A.s are good. I've been letting them loose with the king. I think I might have talked about that last week.
Yeah,
have them walking around together, smashing stuff.
No, I don't know if you did.
That works out super good. They kind of walk at the same speed, and the last one of my last big calls was those two walking around with a healer behind them.
Oh my God! And does the healer work on the king?
Yeah, he was shooting them. I assume because they were standing right together, and so they was healing. It was
like
just those 3 guys left, and a ton of defenses the guy had, and they just was walking around, smash, my buddy, my P.E.K.K.A. and me.
So yeah, so that's something to look forward to if you're not up to level 7. I think you can get the king at level 7. You can get the you can't get the pumps, but you can get the container. I was reading about this on the wiki this week because we have a question from Sir Titus, but we're going to get to that coming
Anyway,
up. Let me just
Real
tell
quick,
you what I've been doing.
The pickup, the barracks, having them upgraded, I can make 75 guys at once. So I can load up 2 armies. It's not a big difference from the 55 that I was stuck at with the healers, but it helps.
Yeah.
You don't have to line up that queue every single time.
I went up to I upgraded to the Dragon, and before that, all of my army camps, it was just perfect. So that way, if I went in there and trained it up, because I just like to push the button and let the thing climb and top out.
Yeah.
I could go to each one, top it out with my formula, and then it would fill up my army camps. Now I have to consider, okay, well, how many do this, puts in this, and then all of a sudden you've got 2 giants still training, and
well, then it means you have to go into your barrack, minus out the line of
and switch
barbs,
it over,
put in your 3 wall breakers, and then line up the barbs again.
Yeah. So it's been an adjustment period because of the new bombers.
But having 6 barracks soon is going to change some things.
6. Oh, yeah, 6. Yeah.
2 dark ones.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have a minion swarm that works great. It really does work great. Let me tell you what, they split up and they kind of spit on all kinds of junk. So the splash damage doesn't really hurt. The air defenses are, cannons are out, and the air defenses only hit things one at a time. So that swarm moves around, and they move super fast, and they just wipe out your stuff. It's like what you wanted the balloons to do back in the day, but they went way too slow.
Yeah. So
although that might be updated. I wonder. I haven't used one in months.
I don't know. I mean, I've upgraded when I haven't had anything else to upgrade, but I just don't think there were. I mean, I'd like to have a balloon in my.
My balloons are still level 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did them once, and I was like, these are stupid. I gave up on them.
Okay, so let me just update you because we know how much you like to talk about yourself on this podcast. And not only yourself, but Paul Hogan.
It is called Boneyard's Show.
Yeah, Boneyard Show.
With Scott.
Boneyard, Scotty, and Paul Hogan.
Boneyard
references,
featuring Scott, yeah.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
Everybody knows who Crocodile Dundee is now.
No, yeah, maybe not.
Well, you will once we get him on the show.
Yeah. We're gonna.
We'll reach out to him and see if
one of my missions for Boneyard's birthday is to get Paul Hogan on the show. So if you're out there,
how long do you think it takes a letter to get to Australia?
About
3 days?
half a second.
Oh, not an electronic mail.
Oh God, you just said an electronic mail.
Yeah, it's an email, right?
If anybody's out there, it keeps coming up every fucking week on this podcast. If anybody out there watches Crocodile Dundee, just imagine Boneyard as Crocodile Dundee walking around the technological New York. And I called him the other day and said, "Oh my God, I know why you love this movie so much. It's like you and technology." He goes to a strange city with apps and shit. Tall buildings.
Hey, an application.
Yeah.
What is this for?
Yeah. Oh, I made things back in high school. So here's what I've been doing.
My Apple II.
Yeah, 2E.
Oregon Trail and Number Munchers.
Yeah.
If you're old enough to remember
way to date
that,
yourself.
Yeah, if you're old enough to remember Number Munchers, you've been around the block.
Yeah. You probably don't know what a podcast is.
Is that a popular casting?
I played that. So what I've done is I finally got through
Of course you played that. Everybody played that when they were kids in computer class.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so what I did since we last talked was I upgraded to level 9.
Beep boop.
Beep beep. And I have to say that I have a renewed sense of energy because I upgraded it, and all of a sudden there's new shit to do and all that
I hear
stuff.
I hear you. New Archer Towers, air defenses that you can upgrade for 4 hours, 12 hours for super cheap.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I haven't went to my expo yet. Really, why I went up to level 9.
Oh, you should do that thing.
Was I'm working on it. But the reason I really went up to level 9 was because I needed another Dark Elixir pump. I realized that I'm not going to get anywhere with just one, maxed out at 3 at level 8. And so my sole focus right now is upgrading those Dark Elixir pumps. So I've been scrounging around trying to get elixir, and you know how hard it is when you go looking for elixir.
Yeah.
It's
Well, you got to
a nightmare.
It costs gold, man. It's
Yeah.
it's one for the other because you just have to look and look and look and look.
I find it's easier if you like go for gold, then the elixir comes. But if you go for elixir, it seems like you just get slammed and slammed and slammed, and you just can't quite get there. So that's what I've been working on. I got another hidden Tesla from that upgrade, 50 new walls after this last new thing. So I actually have some brown wooden walls.
That's a big chunk.
Because I want to save up for the expo, which is like 3 million. But that'll cost elixir to shoot at people. So
Can you turn that thing off and on, you think?
yeah, I think you have to refill it, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
I don't
you
have
can
one.
not refill it.
So, if you're under level 7, if you're under level 8, when you get up there, all the stuff is awesome, but there is a lot of shit that you're going to have to build. So, we're going to go into shout outs here, and then we'll kind of get to some of these issues in a question that we got on the website. First shout out that we'd like to give was from Paul from Australia, and we actually asked his question to the guys from the Wiki, BD and Lugia, last week. He left a nice comment, so thank you, Paul. Big shout out to you. BD, big shout out to you. He had approached me about the website, revamping it a little bit, and if you look, we have a very brand new nice looking blog that we got posted up there. And you may notice if you are on iTunes that we are changing up the website logo and the logo for the podcast. So that was all spurned on by him, and it had been sitting on the back burner. And so thank you, BD. And Sir Titus. A little shout out to Sir Titus. And like D5000, Sir Titus wanted to point out a couple things that he saw on the single player map. So, Boneyard, I need you to put on your biggest nerd voice that you can possibly do.
Let's see. What do we got here?
Okay. Shuffling pages because there was a couple different comments. And the one said, grass, grass, grass. And I thought, what is he talking about?
Oh, yeah. We're talking about D5000 and his... He found a monster, or he found a guy with the beer stein. And
the beer stein.
Titus ordered, hey guys, I found a lake. There's a lake in there, and some trees, and some rocks. There's a rock in the single player map. If you put it in the podcast, you got to give me credit. So Titus, credit given where credit is due.
And you forgot grass.
And you forgot. Oh, I found some grass.
All right,
I found a lot of things.
So
there,
we did give you credit, and I'm just gonna call out. I found rocks.
I found rocks.
Big castles. There's a skull in there somewhere.
There's a skull at the bottom. Go all the way to the bottom, you see a skull.
We also wanted to shout out. We got a message on the blog, ClashClansPodcast.com.
Right on, finally.
From Scarface Ninja.
Scarface Ninja.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to my little friend.
I don't see that would have been one of my favorite names, but I want to talk about that here. But
Scarface Ninja would have been one of your favorite names, but it was taken, huh?
Well, just let me finish.
All right, what do you say?
Okay.
What's he got to say?
So he says, "My name is Jackhole Heroes." I don't think I'm butchering that name.
His clan name is Jackhole Heroes.
Yeah, Jackhole Heroes. So
all right.
Yeah, cool name.
Cool enough, anyway.
Cool clan. Yeah. So, and I, me and Boneyard were talking the other day about cool names. And so, Scarface Ninja came up and I thought, that's a pretty cool name. And when you start the game, you have to pick your name and whatever. And so I asked Boneyard, would you change your name if you could go back and change it?
No, I am the Boneyard.
Yeah, and that's your nickname.
That is my nickname in real life, and I got it. I didn't have to put any numbers after it. Had I not been Boneyard with no numbers, I would have had to pick something else.
Yeah. So if you had to be Boneyard,
maybe Boneyard
2088.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Maybe Boneyard 88. I would have taken that one. That's my favorite for my favorite bounty hunter. Not from my favorite bounty hunter, IG-88 Star Wars lore. Check it out. It's awesome.
Okay.
Anyway.
More nerd talk. Yeah.
If I had to change it, but if I had to change my name, I don't know.
If you had to change your name to anything,
I picked something classical, Perseus, or maybe the Argo.
I bet you would change it to our first clan, our 1-2 clan.
Muad'Dib. Yeah, I actually probably would have went right to that and tried to have been Paul Muad'Dib. And I could have, done a Paul Atreides. That would have been cool.
Yeah. So,
the Duke,
if you don't know who that is,
the old Duke, that would have been a good one.
If you
Leto the second, the whole range. There's like 5 generations that
if you're out there and you don't know who that is, and you're a nerd like us, you should probably read Dune because it is fantastic.
Frank Herbert, awesome series.
So,
or maybe Hans Gruber.
Oh yeah, Die Hard.
He's a great bad guy. One of my favorite bad guys.
Yeah, Gruber. So I
what about you? What would you change your name to?
I would change my name to. There's a name I used to use in games, X-Ace. But I would call it Zace now.
Gamer avatar name.
Yeah, I mean this is like way back in the day, like playing Doom, like multiplayer. Zace. So X-A-C-E.
That's not that far back in the day.
No, but and so like all week long, and I guess I brought this up in the clan a while ago. What are some of the funniest names you've seen? One of them I thought was kind of cool was God.
That's pretty good.
But that would just invite attacks.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody you'd have to take a piece of God, right?
Yeah. Just like, okay, this might be a sacrilege, but I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I'm taking a piece of this.
Yes. No matter what the cost.
And then, of course, on the flip side, if your name was the devil, nobody would attack you because they'd be like, I don't think so.
Oh, that's stupid.
No, they'd be like, just in case.
He thinks he's way too badass.
Yeah, what happens when you shoot the devil in the back? What if you miss that whole thing?
And then I saw online the other night, Mr. Fister. But it was Pfister.
Well, like the faucet with a funny name?
I don't know what that is.
It was a commercial for Fister's Faucets, and it was...
Okay, but remember, Boneyard, we're worldwide now, so...
Well, that was probably only Duluth-wide, actually.
Okay, so... Right.
So
Mr.
whatever.
Fister, I thought that was...
I thought you might remember it.
But then
anyway.
I think it was like Mr. Hop Sausage, and I thought that's pretty funny.
Hop sausage, yeah.
But as you get going in the game, you get known by... your...
Yeah, you pick something dumb. I've played other games where somebody comes on and it picks some stupid name, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't change this."
Yeah,
and they're known as like Dick Biter 69. That's funny. And
there's
like,
muff divers in our clan.
Yeah, we got a muff diver in our clan. That works.
And I'm like, oh man, you're level 100.
Sorry, dude, you've been stuck with that forever.
That's funny, and maybe he likes it. I don't know. But
or maybe it's just all about diving. That's all.
And then, oh God, what are some of the other ones I've seen? You know what? One I thought was really funny. Not funny, but a cool name. Although I do not condone violence, right? But remember when Lugia was on, and he talked about his clan leader, and his clan leader's name was Bullet for My Ex. And I thought, you know what? That's a pretty cool name. Although, there's a lot of other stuff around that, but I thought that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
Bullet for My Ex. That could be a G.I. Joe guy or something like that.
Never would that be a name of a G.I. Joe guy.
Well, I don't know.
They didn't even ever kill anybody. I mean, nobody ever died. Well, in the movie, Duke got a snake in the chest, and there was blood for the first time in any G.I. Joe. Huh.
So,
Bullet for My Ex.
Have you seen any funny names?
Not that I remember. I always see funny stuff, but Yoda. I'm waiting to revenge Yoda. I got to get some wall breakers and then go smash his crap up when he's open. But
I got one. This one was pretty cool. Somebody attacked me the other day. His name is Petulant Wookie. I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, did I tell you I was out the other night for dinner? We had Wookiee steaks.
Oh.
They were a little chewy.
Stupid ass.
No, it's not stupid. That's good.
Okay, so if you
how does Darth Vader like his coffee?
Oh,
a little on the dark side. No, I thought it was good.
It was good.
I just heard that one this weekend on Sunday
Okay.
at the bar. Bartender is also a Star Wars fan.
All right, so we do have a question. So, and if you see some good names out there, if you think you have a good name, I think Blaze Dragon's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wasn't it
Blazed
knowing his
Dragon?
Blazed Dragon. So if you have any ideas on names that you saw that are funny,
Well, everybody thinks their name is awesome.
not just necessarily your name.
Send us
but-
the funny ones.
Yeah, send us the funny ones that we think would be cool sounding names.
Well, we got.
And I'll try to pay
What's
attention.
your name? The Hand Banana. I thought that was great. That was
Hand Banana?
Yeah, Aqua Teen reference.
Yeah. Oh, Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yeah, all right.
That was a pretty good one. Okay. So next on our list, we have Sir Titus called in to the podcast, and
Oh yeah, tell us all about the new feature on our new podcast.
Yeah,
there
we-
at ClashofClassPodcast.com.
ClashofClansPodcast.com now has a phone number in which you can call in and leave a voicemail. You can also text your questions to this.
If you
The
want,
phone
if you want to
number-
remain super anonymous, but whatever.
Super anonymous.
cares?
We will not divulge any of your information, but you can call, leave us a question.
What's the number?
Okay, so the new number that you can call in and ask your questions, and we'll put you on the air and answer your questions. It is 424-27-CLASH.
We'll make you famous.
Make you famous. Yeah, right.
I don't know.
To my grandma and my mom who are listening to this podcast. Okay, so we're gonna play his question.
Sir
then,
Titus, our oldest fan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not our oldest fan, but our longest running fan.
Yeah. So okay, here is Sir Titus's question.
My question is, what's the best thing to do? Go to Town Hall Level 8 for the Dark Drill, or stay at 7 and steal, or use gems and getting the Dark Elixir? Thank you.
So what would you say, Boneyard?
Stay at level 7 or go to level 8 for the drills. I'd say stay at level 7. I've seen your map.
Sir Titus sent in his map of his camp. That's the pages rustling here.
Yeah, he's got
Print off for Boneyard.
He's got you have to do the printout. He's got the gold walls still. His pumps and mines aren't up to 11. Do that. Get all your walls up to purple. Get all your pumps and all your mines up to 11 at the very least before you go to level 8. I would do everything. If I could go back and be at level 7 again, I would stay there as long as I could, because there's way bigger hauls to get. If you could, you can take out that level 9 guy, you'll get more stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of people rush to level 9, and when you get to level 9 and you rush it up there, your walls are weak, your defenses are weak, and people can come in.
Yeah, and it costs a whole lot to attack stuff, so you are stuck there. and
But
it's kind
here's
of
what I'll say.
ruining
So
it.
he is at a level 46, and he's at 1383 trophies.
That's a lot of trophies for being not only his level, well, not his level so much, but the way his town is set up.
Right, which means he is big on attacking and
Must play a lot.
probably donating. And and his walls are purple. At
Most of them
half
are.
of them, the interior walls, which are good. So I think I think this is a tough question, and here's why I think it's a tough question, because I think if you want to stay in the 1380 range and keep going up, where you're running into, and I'm guessing, Sir Titus, you are running into a lot of camps at this point with a level 1 Barb King. If you deploy your army and there's a level 1 Barb King there, he's going to come in and smash a lot of what you do.
Some.
So, and I know if you're
Not a
raiding
lot.
for it, if you want to wait and raid for it, and get that Dark Elixir, then do it, and then level up. But if your goal is trophies, which it depends on your clan, and we'll talk about
Yeah,
that in a little bit.
I don't see
what it means.
trophies as being big anymore. I got to 1250. I'm actually at 1336 right now, just because I haven't been dropping. But I think I need to do that because I need to do some serious gaming and money grabbering. And now that I have, right now 4 barracks. In 2 days, I'll have 6 barracks. I can make an army in maybe 10 minutes.
Right, but it depends on clan politics, because if you have to, maybe he's not an elder.
Sure.
Maybe we were pretty lucky in our clan, and we'll talk about just kind of the basics of the clan, because obviously we're running long, and And I think there's a bigger conversation here, but
Definitely.
You're a clan elder and you were sitting at what? Farthest
right at the bottom
down,
right at the bottom of the thing. Yeah, constantly.
hanging out down there.
Hey, why do you have 500 trophies? Because
So-
I've been smashing nerds.
Yeah. So it depends on your clan, I think, and it depends on where you want to go.
I wanted to show a
I
newbie what a
do-
dragon looks like, so I went down there and used one dragon to defeat his whole town.
Yeah. Well, and so here's what I would say, Sir Titus.
And he cried.
It's really up to you. I am on the fence on this.
I say stay at level 7 till you need to move to level 8. Before we wrap up here, we do want to talk about our clans. It's was on the list to talk about first thing today, but we got all kinds of other stuff we had to come up first.
Yeah, and,
So,
and we've been
clans-
talking about it for weeks. So
Yeah,
and
a couple
so
of weeks, clans is coming up, and we talked to some people, and we want to have everybody on here. So we'll probably have to make the second part, or episode 8, I guess, not really the second part, but
it's really we're gonna really introduce it, our kind of clan, and you know, and what things go on, and then we got a special guest for podcast number 8. And we want to hear from you actually on how your clan works, and we'll talk to you about that. So,
our clan, Minnesota Nice. It's real nice, twice as nice.
okay, so
oh boy,
if you've listened to all the podcasts, you know, me and Boneyard started out. We were in a clan together, and then Boneyard jumped ship. I found myself alone, hanging out in my clan castle all by my lonesome.
got the invite.
Got the invite to Minnesota Nice, where I've been a member now, I guess, for 5 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
Anywho,
you know, we have, you know, in doing the interview with Lugia and BD, we learned some more about how other clans work. Having talked to, you know, people that have come into the clan that said why they left their clan.
talking to the guys from our clan. Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, so basically we just kind of wanted to break down how our clan works. This is kind of how our clan works. So we've been in there for a long time. And a lot of people talk about getting elders or becoming elders and things like that.
Don't join me right now and I'll donate to you. So what?
Yeah. So what would you say the rules are in our clan?
In our clan, Minnesota Nice, rule number 1, don't be a dick.
Okay.
And that's probably the only rule. Donate when you can and donate, you know, often. Everybody seems to.
Yeah. And ever since the upgrade where you can see how many times people have donated, it also helps to tell whether or not people...
if we got to kick somebody out to make room for somebody key, we know who we're kicking out. Mr. Non-Donator, who's sitting down at the bottom of...
Well, and usually if somebody doesn't donate, that means they're
not active.
They're not active. And so that helps out a lot. But I would say that we've been there for a long time, and most of the original clan members are still there.
Yeah, probably. I think we probably had 30 or 40, 35 people when we started, and they're pretty much all still there.
Yeah. And if you check out our clan, because you can search the clans, it is Minnesota Nice, and you'll see it, home of the original Cock podcast. So
is that what it is now?
Yep. Ryan put it on there the other day.
Nice one, Ryan.
A big shout out to our clan leader, Ryan.
Nice one, buddy.
And, you know, we're a clan that donates. We're a clan that is usually full.
Yeah.
There are people that come and go, and I'm interested.
Another thing we do is chit chat, and that's really what makes it fun to sit when you're sitting and waiting. You can chit chat with some people who for us, we're all around here. It's a geographic thing.
Yeah,
and
a lot of our clan is from where we're at.
Here in
Duluth. In
I
Minnesota, cities,
think
and
all
Duluth.
of our clan is from Minnesota. I don't know if there's anybody not from Minnesota, but a lot of people are from here in Duluth, so we can talk about stuff. And there's a core group of people that are all friends.
Yeah,
that are all work together here in town, and a couple people that work together in the cities, you know, and it's so you can talk, you can chat with your friends when you're playing.
And that's why I think it'd be really interesting to hear from other people who have started clans and their clans from all around the world. What are their rules? How do they decide who becomes elder? Because looking at some of the information out there, clan hoppers, which we don't really get a lot of, if you become elder, you can kick other people out. Those types of things, like it'd be really interesting because our politics in the clan are pretty smooth and they go pretty well. If you see somebody that hasn't been active and it's usually because somebody else wants, to come in.
Somebody's friend. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's getting down to the point where we're kicking out people who we don't know.
Well, who do we don't know and who haven't been doing anything.
Yeah, who haven't been around.
And I think
Not that I'm kicking anybody out.
right. And a lot of times we'll lower the trophy count to let somebody in.
Yeah, D5000 said I was trying to get him in there, and he's like, "Oh, I checked it out, but I still need like 400 trophies." And I texted him back, "Listen, just tell me, we'll lower it, let you in." "Oh, I think I'll remain rogue for now."
Yeah.
He's missing out. He's missing out.
Yeah. Because if you go into battle with those,
Well, that's what I told
other
him. Like,
extra
listen,
troops,
I can give you a dragon.
I'm gonna go rogue.
I'm gonna go rogue for a while. And
I've seen this on too many movies.
Search for me, and you can look at me. I can't check you out.
Rambo wasn't part of a clan.
Rambo was his own man.
So, and it is nice having people in the geographical area. A couple of our clan members live less than a mile from me. I've never met them.
Yeah.
And it really
I hang
is.
out with 3 of them, or 4 of them, including you. 3 of them on Sundays, and you and I. So I know 5 or 6 people,
Yeah.
personally.
And there was a while ago where some people joined.
Yeah, there were some guys. I think they're from the cities. I don't know who they were, and they were like, they started saying things like, "Well, if you're not getting a lot of trophies, then you should join the Minnesota Nice 2, and we'll make a
Yeah.
second clan, and then we have to donate so many. We'll keep track of that." Like, who the hell are you? You don't.
And it was weird
I was
because
like, you've been in this clan for 3 days, and you want to kick people out?
and all of a sudden it was like the clan chat went quiet. And all of a sudden I was there one night, and Hansel, our probably one of the most outspoken members of the clan, just said, "Is this shit getting any crazier to anybody else?" And all of a sudden they were gone. And it was like, okay, we are back.
Yeah.
Just chatting back and forth. And it was just, it's one of those environments where it's cool, it's fun to be in. And
we purged those guys out of there because they were just being jerks on the chat, and they were telling people what to do, and we're like, this isn't
yeah.
cool.
So it's referred to as the purge. In
We
the
kicked
clan.
like 5 or 6 people out and just dumped and they were complaining, and like, just go to the other one, the whole Minnesota Nice 2 that you wanted to start. Go be the president of that and
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. So I actually learned a lot from that, because I was like, okay, here's what we don't do, because this is, besides our solo clan, me and Boneyard hanging out in Muad'Dib.
Yeah, this is it. I joined a clan and stuck with it. you know?
Yeah. So it's always interesting when we get new members coming in and they say, "I didn't like my clan for this," or "My clan didn't do this," or people
I haven't
get
seen a lot of new members.
no. I mean, they come
couple here and
slowly,
there.
but that's why we want to hear from you. We want to know, like,
Yeah, how does your clan work? What are your problems with it? What do you like about it?
Yeah.
What's good? What's not?
how do you become elder in your
You got
clan?
you got a group of buddies that you just a small clan that you don't let anybody else in. Maybe a gang of kids from school or something like that.
Yeah. Share with us. I'm going to put up a post on clashclanspodcast.com. Share with us. We'll leave your information totally anonymous, but we just want to know a little bit more
Yeah.
about the clan politics.
As far as being anonymous and all this stuff, we're all keeping it all anonymous. Well, use your username in a game at most.
Yeah.
I'm got good friends.
If
I've
you
turned down.
want to.
If you want. If you don't want to, yeah, that's fine. If you want to bitch about your clan and not have them know who you're talking about, give us a call.
Yeah. So, and so, like, I think our clan functions really well. I did ask Lugia, who was on last week's episode, I said, well, what do you think about our clan? Because we have probably over 2/3 are elders.
Yeah.
And he paused and said, well, you probably have a loyal clan. And our basic rule was, if you get in the top 10, you become elder.
Yeah.
And
it's cycled through a lot. I mean, I got
Yeah.
up there once.
because then you
and-
could drop. You could
you
drop
up and down, and
Boneyard could be hanging out down there at the bottom. Or if you've been there a long time.
Yeah.
And I think
if you're
that's
friends, I think another thing was, if you're friends with somebody like you and I got to be known as friends with Bernsey, who was friends with the people that started the whole thing. Down the line, he drew us all in. Like, oh, okay, you guys are from Duluth and you're cool. Oh, this person.
but we were active.
Yeah.
I was always active.
Talking and stuff.
And I don't know anybody else. that I know of.
Well, you need to get to know them on the chat.
Yeah, you get to know them on the chat. People,
You know
people
me.
come
See,
in.
that's
Yeah.
you're
So
in because
I got the
you know
end
me.
with Boneyard.
Yeah.
But you know,
I want to let my
it's-
friend Scotty, and he's key. And they're like, all right, we trust you.
And so when I came in, I was the top level player. You know, so I was in the top 10. I got Elder right away. But if you look through the ranks, it's people who have been there, and that's why people don't leave. You know, I think in our clan, it's like we stick together, pretty loyal. We donate.
The next episode, we'll get into everybody in the clan, give multiple 49 shout outs from everybody.
So here's what we want to hear from you. Why do you like your clan? What works in your clan? Why do you hate your clan? What do you hate about clans?
Yeah. Comments, questions.
And what do you
clan
hate about
related.
new members coming in or out? What are big problems you see?
Do you like accepting
anything.
people just to reject them? Burned! Which I would probably do because that sounds like fun.
So there's a couple ways you can contact us. Okay, you can call us and leave us a message at 242.
Come on, man. Get the number right. You can call us and leave us a message at 42427-CLASH. That's 42427-CLASH. 42427-CLASH.
And you can also text a message to that number.
You can text a textual message to that number. I know phone numbers. I know how to use the phone.
All right. And you can, and I'll put this up on the blog. You can answer it there, or comments at clashofclanspodcast.com.
Leave a comment at clashclasspodcast.com or send us an electronic mail to the blog.
All right. So we want to hear from you. We're going to talk to BD, who is a big clan guy on the wiki this next week coming up. I'm going to do a solo interview since Boneyard can't be here. And so he's going to talk about, he's a big clan guy on the wiki. If you listen to episode 6, go in and thank the guys from the wiki and all the hard work they do.
Yeah. Thanks again to BD and Lugio.
Okay. And so also remember the music challenge, because I really need to drain Boneyard's pocket here.
Yeah.
So,
I
and,
don't,
and
that's
just,
what she said and whatnot. And
just-
you ain't getting no quarters from me, son.
and just let me give you a little heads up. The easiest way to do this is go to YouTube.
I can't cheat and give them cheats.
I can cheat.
All right.
Okay. Go to YouTube and you can record the karaoke version of a song and then sing over it. And we only need 30 seconds. So figure out your verses. If you're on a Mac or if you have anything like that, you can put it into GarageBand, put it together, and send it in. Comments at clashclanspodcast.com.
It ain't happening. Sing it into the voicemail.
Sing it into the voicemail.
42427-CLASH.
Yeah. We want. I need some money, and it's not even that I need that much money. It's that I need Boneyard
You want my money.
to pay.
Yeah.
So
my quarters are the sweetest quarters.
help me, please. So I think that wraps up this episode of ClashClansPodcast.com.
Yeah, they're getting longer and longer, but that's okay because people love to listen.
Let's just hope so. Thanks, Grandma.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. We'll leave you out on a little hog rider this time.
42427-CLASH.